Have you heard about this? Dick? 6 feet! What?
6 feet, you say?
Company highly sought after.
Oh.
I'd highly seek after a 6-foot dick.
It's a dog, you idiot. It leaps that.
Oh.
Haven't you seen the paper?
I've got my own paper. Oh,
that's today's.
Alright, why don't you guys read the paper? We're gonna play Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, Jack the Ripper, and Western Adventures. And we're playing case number 6. Josh, what's it called? Jash?
That is a good question. The murder of Sherlock Holmes.
The murder of Sherlock Holmes?
Apparently.
But he's like the star of the show.
he's also not a real person.
Well, what does your newspaper say then?
Let's start this mystery.
This is going too far, Watson.
Let's go dig up
Holmes
his
was
brain.
pacing the room while reading a newspaper when he shouted and threw the newspaper at the doctor's feet. I tolerate your stories in the Strand, and despite it bringing me abundant mail which interferes, they have also brought you a few interesting cases. Watson interrupts him, his face crimson. I can especially no longer show myself in public. The last time we went to Albert Hall, I was getting more attention than the public is showing you its affection and its respect. Poppycock! And what about that tobacco merchant who sells a cigar with my name? He sends you a box every month, says Watson, while motioning at the pile of cigar boxes next to the fireplace. They aren't very good, sighs Holmes. Watson and he break out in laughter. I'm sorry, my friend, I must be getting old. But the idea of a play based on my adventure seems to be the straw that broke the camel's back. Especially when the main role is played by an American. The door opens abruptly under Wiggins' push as he enters with a determined step, followed by a young man. Out of breath, he had clearly climbed the 17 steps leading to Holmes' living room at full speed. Mr. Holmes, I'm in need of your help, shouts Wiggins. Calm yourself. My help is of course yours. What do you want? Who is that young man? It's Billy, your groom. Billy? Get a hold of yourself, Wiggins. Billy left London years ago. He's a policeman in Oxford. No, his name is Charlie. I mean, he plays Billy's role in the play about you. Very well, what happened? You've been killed. Really? Again? Wiggins corrects himself. Mr. Razor, the American actor who has your role, has been killed, and Billy's brother has been arrested. And who is that? Me! He plays the role of me! Charlie begins talking. I should explain what happened, Mr. Holmes. Wiggins has suffered a shock. It seems that the police don't like him very much. Lestrade, says Wiggins, rolling his eyes to the sky. Answers Holmes. Resume your telling of events, Charlie. Today, the costume rehearsal was being held. The premiere is happening in 2 days. Well, with Holmes' death, nothing's certain anymore. Charlie's gaze is filled with sadness. I do wish you'd stop talking about the actors by using the name of their character. It's not only disturbing, but it's also disconcerting to hear the details of one's own murder repeated. Holmes punctuates that remark with a wide smile, which puts Charlie at ease. Yes, sir, approves Charlie. It's an actor's habit to remain in character. We spent the morning going over the play. The director, Mr. Betancourt, wanted to rehearse Act 2 before lunch. After lunch. Most of the actors had gathered on the stage to listen to Mr. Betancourt's remarks. It was 1:45 when we heard a shot ring out from backstage, then the shout of a woman. We rushed backstage into Razor's dressing room. Sidney was leaning over Razor's body, a pistol in his hand. Razor was dead. And the woman who shouted, asks Holmes. Jean Berain, the costume maker for Maria Leslie. She ran to Razor's dressing room when she heard the shot. She declared that Sidney was already there with the pistol in his hand. That sounds like a bad start, says Holmes. I know, sir, but I'm sure that my brother didn't kill Mr. Razor. He's incapable of killing anyone. I'm sure of that. For the first time, emotion floods Charlie's voice. Charlie is right. Sidney isn't the killer. Mr. Holmes, you must help us, adds Wiggins. I have no choice but to solve my own murder. I'll look into this case more closely, Charlie. I'll ask Mr. Hall to contact your brother, Nugent, in order for him to be freed. But from what you've told me, it won't be simple. Holmes goes to Charlie and lays a paternal hand on the young man's shoulder. Don't worry. If your brother is innocent, we'll prove it. Go home, get some rest. After Charlie's departure, we sit around the oak table to talk in front of coffee. I didn't want to say anything in front of Charlie, Wiggins, but this case seems to be off to a bad start. Is there anything more you could tell us that could help? I'm afraid not, sighs Wiggins. How many people were in the theater when the shot was fired? The whole team was there, as well as Mr. Betancourt, the director. There was also Jean Borain, Richard Essex, the stage manager, and Brian Smith, doorman. Wiggins hands the program to Holmes. A scandal in Bohemia. Watson, I recognize your style. Holmes didn't shout, but his voice went higher. He gives the program to Watson as if it was proof of a perpetrated misdeed. I didn't see anything wrong in them using my writing, answers Watson with a timid voice. The public loves that story. You even agreed when I told you about it. You've always been able to get me to agree to anything, Watson. Maybe it's my vanity, which is greater than I'd like to admit. How did you become a character in this story, Wiggins? I don't remember you being a part of this adventure. I was added for dramatic effect, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Razor took a lot of liberties with the original story. Wiggins' answer causes a motion of Holmes' head. And why aren't you playing your own role? I didn't match the character. This answer triggers a smile on Holmes' face. Come with me, Wiggins. Let's go and solve this case. As we look about to follow them, Holmes cuts us short. Why don't you stay with Watson, my friends? I'm in the mood for my actions to not be the front page of the show's section. We'll meet up at the denouement. No matter. A deathly silence floats in the room after the departure of Holmes and Wiggins. No matter! We'll investigate this case ourselves, exclaims Watson, as she rushes for the exit. We follow him with a little assured steps, wondering if we're not missing important information for the rest of this adventure. The end! Also, I found a spelling mistake.
Okay. There were a whole lot of names in there, and I didn't get a chance to write them all down. So
Nope, that's it.
Sean, why don't you start writing down the names? I wrote down some of them, wasn't sure how to spell them.
Oh, yes,
I
of
don't know if
course.
Charlie and Razor are actually two people, not like that.
Charlie Razor was one person, right?
Was it? Or was it Charlie?
No,
and
Mr. Razor is the person who was killed. Charlie is the person who's telling this, who's relating the story.
Right.
But Charlie was Mr. Razor's brother?
No, Charlie was Billy.
His brother is the one.
Charlie played Billy.
Charlie played Billy.
Yes.
Okay.
Charlie.
I tell you what, just correct everything, because I wrote down Charlie Razor.
There's a section here where you can actually see who plays what.
Okay, so there's a playbill?
Yeah, there's a playbill that
Okay.
you get here.
And Charlie's
It has,
brother is the one who is
someone
accused
should
of
say
the murder.
Billy Charlie Chaplin. His name is actually.
Okay.
Is
Charlie Chaplin?
dang it.
yes.
Ha.
Wiggins is Sidney Chaplin.
Okay.
And then you can see who plays all the rest of these things.
Got it.
Maria Leslie, William Razor, Sherlock Holmes.
William
Razor's the one who's
Razor.
killed.
William Razor, okay.
Yes.
William Razor is the one who's murdered.
Okay, so all these notes are wrong right here.
Yeah,
gonna
just
make
mark
some
those out.
notes.
Tear that page off or something.
I'm gonna write it here.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Do you want all the names? Even though we can look at this?
if you want to leave it there, that's fine.
gonna figure-
Actually, let's write down the names of people that we decide to visit, or
Okay.
I don't know.
So, have you read the morning paper?
I'm still looking for the comics.
I believe that's this one.
Oh,
You can see pictures.
Look at that guy. He's about to stab a sleeping woman and a baby. Cheerful times we're living.
Ripping good time.
All right. So, what's the name of the theater that that the murder took place at? Does it say the name of the theater?
Actually doesn't. It might be Albert Hall.
Let me look through here. I'm looking through the directory for. Okay, so we've got theaters here.
Is it Covent Garden Theater? Musical show tonight at 8 o'clock.
Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different theaters.
Gotcha. What are the names?
Allegro, Apollo, Covent Garden, Drury Lane, Elephant and Castle, Haymarket, Lyceum, Olympia, the Olympia, Princess, and Royalty.
Okay, none of those were mentioned.
None of them were mentioned. Then maybe we should...
Wait, no.
But
there's an anagram here, DLT.
DLT. Drury Lane Theater?
That's probably it.
Okay. So I guess write down Drury Lane. So we could go there and investigate the site of the murder if we want to.
Drury Lane Theater.
And then don't forget, we've also got
the
our...
first person who saw her was... whose name is not on the list, is Jean Berain.
Okay.
Who is the costume maker.
A costume maker. There was also a doorman.
But she's only the costume maker for Maria Leslie, who plays Irene Adler.
Okay. We've also got these areas that we can go to. We've got Sir Jasper Meeks, who is a medical examiner.
Not be his real name. Sir what?
Sir Jasper Meeks.
Sir Jasper Meeks.
Anyway, H.R. Murray is a criminologist. Scotland Yard is the police. Edward Hall is the lawyer.
Mr. Hall to contact the brother in Newgate, yes. Alright, I have the names of the people who were there besides the actors.
Okay.
Richard Essex, the stage manager, and Brian Smith, the doorman.
Okay, so Sean, where should we go first to start looking for leads?
I wasn't paying attention to any of the things you just said.
Then choose one of those.
What?
Do you want to go to the murder scene or investigate one of these people?
I believe we should see the murder scene first.
The murder scene? All right.
Head to Drury Lane Theatre.
Drury Lane Theater.
Good Scott.
Theater.
Good grief. There's an article in here about murdering Sherlock Holmes.
All right, Drury Lane is
It says we're going to do it, but we'll practice on
31
the guy in the play
WC.
first.
Let me see that.
Yeah, sure.
31 WC.
And we'll use a pistol. Oh, don't you mean a shooty wooty?
No, the Rudy Tooty Point and Shooty.
The rooty tooty point and shooty.
31, you said?
31. And it's going to be in this area. Right here. The Drury Lane Theater.
That's where we are. Bury a knife.
All right.
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right, Sean.
Yes.
I'm going to find... looking for WC 31. Okay, so read 31 WC.
We make our way through the compact crowd of Drury Lane. The gin stores with their shady patrons and their drunken prostitutes aren't that different from the illustrations of Hogarth's for A Harlot's Progress a century earlier. At the entrance to the Drury Lane Theatre, we're greeted by a warm welcome from the doorman, Brian Smith. Oh, for sure, I'd do my best to help Wiggins and the sport chaplain. Are there any exits to this theatre other than this door? Not yesterday, in any case. When there's no play, all doors are closed. Deliveries come through here, everyone goes through this door, and I jot down the coming and the going in the journal. Can we see yesterday's journal? Sure thing. We'd also like to have a look at and talk to the other members of the troupe who were here yesterday. Sure, they're almost all here. Wiggins must have already gathered them here, he says as he returns to his duties. For the following clues, refer to the theatre map. Each person in a room that you visit counts as a lead. And then there's a map here.
Okay.
Sorry. And then there's a mappy-wappy here.
Okay.
It's actually, I call it a findy-looky. That's the proper British term. In jolly old England.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we've got a map here of the theater. And each person that we visit inside the theater is going to count as a lead as well.
Or I like to call it rainy placey.
So, who do
What
we...
the f*** are we playing?
It's a murder mystery game. So we have a murder.
I've been reading a made-up... excuse me. I'm trying to be as serious as possible. Josh,
Yes.
I spent the last 20 minutes reading a made-up newspaper
Yes.
while Sean is reading us a story, and you're just so excited. What is this?
It's a murder mystery game. It is.
You find the clues and you solve
Yeah, we've got to find the clues.
I played Clue, which is a murder mystery game, where you
No,
walk
Clue's a
around
piece of
house,
crap.
where you walk around a house and you find out who done it with what. Why am I reading the newspaper?
To see if there are any
actual
clues.
No.
Okay.
All right. That's fine.
What am I looking for? Related to an actor being killed? Maybe it has to do with the Chinese opium dens.
Okay.
Well, do you want to switch places? I'll read the newspaper and you read
Or there's a fantastic article in there about some new safety razors.
it. Really?
In this one,
There it
yeah.
is.
No, they're really nice.
Oh my God.
I was looking at it right here. It takes 2 minutes. It's called
Can I-
The Gem.
Can I read the newspaper? You take clues. Just random down.
I don't.
I like how
You don't know
You know what? I'm an
the
apprentice.
trademark
I'm an
is,
apprentice
well, that's
crime
fine.
smith. I'm an apprentice crime smith. So I'd just like to know what my role is in this because I have no idea what I'm doing, Josh.
Well, dude, you're listening to what's going on around here and trying to help us solve the mystery. Okay. I mean, feel free to grab a notepad and write notes down that you think are important.
Right.
Okay.
That can
I'm
be our
gonna stop reading the
location.
newspaper for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pass this over to you. There you go.
I'm sorry. I just hit a breaking point. Going. What is this? Have we started playing the game yet?
We've been playing the game.
We've been
ever
playing
since
the
the
game.
cameras rolled.
So much fun.
I was the lead
my God.
investigator. I said let's go to the Drury Lane Theater.
Yeah.
Do we have any meeples or dice?
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Now that happens.
All right.
You're confusing this with something else.
Yes.
Confusing this with a game.
There you go.
This is a game. Come on. All right.
I'm gonna go take my seat.
Can I have the newspaper? Or is it your only solace in this inconvenient world?
Nope. I just started on the Pall Mall Gazette.
All right.
Oh, good. What is this? Today's paper? Yes, it is.
I think that one's yesterday.
I don't know the date.
The date is Friday, September 16th, 1898.
This is Tuesday. Oh God! The dead paper.
That is the paper from a few days ago. That's today's paper.
I wish I could have.
We're gonna go to Razor's dressing room where the murder took place. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe it has something to do with these Romanian heretics.
Will you write down anything that you think might be important?
Sure.
All
I thought
right.
it was free.
It sure doesn't come for Dick of the U.S. Cavalry.
Right?
You know, he performs tricks.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
it's a
in
dog.
the buglery outfit.
He's a bugler.
All right. Razor's dressing room.
Bugler.
All right. Are you listening?
I am.
Yeah.
About
Okay.
bugling dogs.
Those who, he plays a bugle.
The dog doesn't play a
Yes, he
bugle.
He's dressed in a uniform.
Well, okay. I'll dress in a maid outfit, but I'm not gonna clean your room.
We'll take a trip.
Wait, you will dress in a maid outfit?
We'll take a trip out to.
No.
All right. Listen up. All right. This is what we find in the murdered victim's room. The small dressing room doesn't contain any extraneous decorations, but simply a small table covered with makeup, 2 wooden chairs, and a small camp bed. Watson examines the bed and lifts the cover. And that moment, something falls to the ground. Watson kneels to pick it up. It's a pocket watch chain. Well, half of a chain, says Watson as he looks at it. Let's see what else we can find. He looks at the mattress and lifts it to inspect the base. There's a nail sticking out, remarks Watson. It's located in the middle of one of the long sides of the bed's frame. The traces on the wood are recent. It was nailed in a day or two ago. What is it used for? I don't know. It's just a twisted nail. And that What is that? Watson pulls out a magnifying glass and Watson, oh god, wow.
Yeah, right?
Pulls out a magnifying glass and observes a mark on the wall just above the nail. It looks like powder. There's no hole, no bullet. Watson moves the bed away from the wall and inspects the floor. Ah, there it is. Watson picks up a small round object and inspects it with his magnifying glass. What is it? A cotton stopper used for blank shots.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the nail...
Someone. What?
It's a hammer.
Yeah, so the nail that was on the bed was used to puncture a fake bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there's gunpowder on the wall.
It struck the bullet. It worked as a hammer as a gun to make the sound of the shot.
Right.
Which is what the lady heard when she ran into the room.
Gotcha.
And so then who was the guy that was standing over him with the gun?
Sydney,
Sydney.
the brother of Charlie, was set up. He was framed.
Not
Case
like the
closed.
bed frame. No. Okay, so we've got evidence of
Someone tampering with the room. Well, who was in the room before Sydney got in there? Obviously, Mr. Razor was there before him. But who was here before Sydney? Someone had to have enough time. So, is it 4:20 yet? Can we blaze it?
I don't believe that term was invented back then. All right, Jeff.
No,
You're-
Sherlock was ahead of his time.
We
You're gonna
called it
be-
breathy fire.
You're going to be the next
Chili
investigator,
breeze.
so you're going to decide where we're going to go based on the clues that we have. You can talk to anybody. There's the theater's journal of who came and when, at what time they came in.
Gotcha.
We went to Razor's dressing room so far, so we can investigate any one of these other people.
So what was the time of the murder?
We haven't found that out
Or
yet.
the alleged murder? When was the last time Mr. Razor came in?
7:45 they came in.
Right?
That was Ryder, not Razor.
And when did Sydney come in?
Doors
Razor.
open at 07.
Razor. 8 o'clock. Razor.
William Razor came in at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
All right.
When did Sydney Chaplin arrive?
One of the brothers, 8:10.
Sydney Chaplin arrived at 8:10.
The Chaplin brothers arrived.
Oh, the Chaplin brothers arrived. They both arrived at the same time.
Correct.
10 minutes after Mr. Razor had been there.
Yep.
Did anyone arrive in between that time?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely no. Alright. Who arrived after that?
Maria Leslie and
Jean
Beeston.
Borain?
James Beeston.
James Beeston.
Arrive.
That's
and
a
then
new
after
name.
that, at 8:17, Wiggins arrives.
That's a new name, James Beeston.
Okay. Where did we?
I don't have anything.
Oh, here we go.
So maybe
You
they.
gave it to him. I think we need another utensil because there's only two.
I'm not using it.
What's the name?
James Beeston? Beeston. It's like a ton of bees. You okay over there?
Topher, who is just checked out
He's
of this whole case. He's uninterested in this stuff. We just,
absolutely
we
wishing
just
there
bring him
were.
along, and he's just reading the paper the whole way, not paying attention in the slightest.
I'm sorry. When did Beeston arrive?
He looks down from the paper. What? There's been a murder? What is this?
8:15.
I what? Sorry, I was caught up.
Wiggins isn't on the playbill.
Yes,
He
he's
is.
on the very bottom. Henry Wiggins.
Oh, Henry Wiggins. Okay.
Major Dumont.
Major.
So he has a role.
Yeah.
Remember, he's also the one who brought Charlie, who knows Sherlock Holmes anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So he's meta, but probably not a suspect. Since
So-
I've barely been with him on other cases.
12:40, Leslie.
Oh, arrival of the
arrives.
police.
Yeah, 12:55, the arrival of the police. 12:40, Leslie comes back, Maria sees the murder, calls the police, and then the police come.
No, Jean Borain saw the murder.
Jean Borain. Okay.
Jean Borain is the costume designer for Maria Leslie.
Right. That's right.
But Jean Borain is the one who
7:35.
screamed.
Does she ever leave? No.
She didn't.
No, Jean Borain wouldn't have left. She's the one who found him with the body. She needs to speak
Exactly.
to the police. When did she arrive?
But here's the thing: the police
7:35.
arrived. Yeah, so she was there.
7:35, well before Mr. Razor ever went to his room. Who
Yeah.
arrived before Mr. Razor showed up?
Jean Borain, Richard Essex,
Betancourt. Betancourt's
Richard
the
Essex
first
is
one
the
in.
stage manager. Betancourt is the director.
Yeah.
Francis Stanley.
Francis Stanley.
Who's Beckwith?
Who's Francis Stanley?
Josh has chosen to go see Richard Essex. And who's Richard Essex?
He is the stage manager.
Okay.
Of the play.
So he's the stage manager.
Of the theater.
Alright, so read what we've got here.
Alright. Without those silly voices, I can't do that. Richard Essex is a young man who looks rather short, slim, with hazelnut eyes, throwing large, worried glances behind thick glasses. Despite his young age, the 5 years he's spent on the various theater stages of the West End have allowed him to get a good reputation. I don't know what I could tell you that you don't already know. I arrived early and took advantage of that to talk about the stage and the lighting with Larry Beckwith, I guess.
During L. Beckwith.
Yeah. During the morning rehearsal, I divided my time between the stage and reception. I had to manage some deliveries, and I missed a part of the rehearsal. I went out for lunch as soon as the rehearsal was done. I knew that I had a long afternoon ahead of me. I came back around noon. A few minutes later, the members of the troupe started arriving. Graham was still writing, and we hadn't started the afternoon rehearsal yet when we heard the shot. I think I was the first one to get to the dressing room, right after Jean Borain, of course. Young Chaplin was there, pistol in hand, and Razor was lying on the ground. An involuntary shiver courses through the young man's body. You don't remember anything else out of the ordinary? No, I haven't thought of much else these past few hours. I tried to remember everything that happened since I got there. Oliver had just gone out. I came in and spoke with Brian for a minute, and then went straight to the stage. I wonder what Oliver will decide about the play. That's it.
Wait. Okay, so he's saying young Chaplin had the gun in head, not Sidney?
Sidney Chaplin. They're both Chaplin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Brothers.
the guy's name was Young.
Young
Okay.
Chaplin.
Oh, yeah,
Sidney.
right. The younger of the two brothers.
Right.
Okay, got it. And then, but who did he say was the first one on the scene?
Jean
Jean Borain.
Borain.
She's the one that screamed. Alright.
I kind of want you to play like opposite to all of us British detectives. For you to just play
Just
the most American beaten cop.
Yeah.
The wife did it.
Oh my god.
No, you got it all wrong. See, it was this dope dealer. Wasn't paid up, but I see it all the time.
Because I'm looking at this thing, it's like opium dens are freaking actors are in them. Let's go. It's got to be the drug dealers. It's got to be the drugs. They're a part of it.